Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. And a jolly good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It is coffee time with me. Yes, so first things first, good morning. I've actually nearly run out of coffee, so there's a possibility I may have to go and get a new one. But first things first, good morning, Sienna. Morning, Greta. Morning, Diana. Who else have we got? Hans, good morning. Bonjour. How you doing, Sienna? We got Vicky. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, morning. Now, quick update. I've been in communication with Eric, and obviously due to the fact that he has to give Daniel, aka Para, whatever, I can't remember the guy's name. Panorama Computers, obviously has requested a refund, and for the excellent and grateful deed from Snowflower, due to the fact that he has to give the refunds back, has been requested to give a refund. Eric has done so, and he has given a refund back. However, unfortunately, by giving a refund back, made it a little bit short for him. I think it's between. Let me just check. I can show transparency and I can show proof if it is requested. So yeah, he had to pay back 466, I believe it was. Refunds. So he is. I'm just checking for you. He has put an update on his GoFund, his Go Send Go, Give Go, the fundraiser. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. And he has put an update on there yesterday at not sure what time it was, and his update was as follows. The goal has almost been met. In spite of a minor setback and thanks to the blessings from a couple of givers, I have talked with a local dealer and have a deal on the table that would only require approximately $180 to $200 more to obtain the Power Mobility scooter with a discount from the dealer. That would be perfect for my needs. After the funds are raised, I have to wait 72 hours for payout, and then we'll be able to make the transaction. Now, if anyone wants to give beyond that for a small generator, which is obviously, we all know that he's going to need a generator, he's going to need a tail ramp, sorry. All right, so we're all aware of that, okay? Where was I? Send a payout and then a transaction. Excuse me. Now, if anyone wants to give beyond that for a small generator, 350 to 450, or to help purchase a tailgate ramps for easier loading, that will be great. Thank you, everyone that has given so far, and hopefully give just a little bit more. God bless. Now, I am going to put this in. I'm going to put this in chat so you can go and see it for yourself. So the transparency and everything else, it needs to be transparent. And this is what I like about Eric. He is extremely transparent. And there's been, like I said yesterday, I said what I needed to say yesterday. And, we're moving on. Latoya, hi, good to see you again. Good morning. So I've put the link back at the top. And I'm a bit disappointed in the fact that because if people emotions would have control of their emotions, okay, he could have ordered that. I know that Mitch sent him some pictures, and I spoke to Eric, but obviously I don't think that scooter would have been suffice enough. So I'm not sure, but if obviously. Because the thing is, if it would have been a much easier situation, because then he could have used the funds that he's raised so far for the tailgate and for the charge and everything else. So again, let's go and support a veteran if you can. Spread the word, okay? Yeah, and another good big shout out to Snowflower, who is not David Richards, okay? Just for the record. So. Yeah, I'm starting to really think that people are very delusional. So yeah. So a new change from me. I am going to try to not swear as much, and I'm definitely not going to be discussing or talking about the scum and lowlifes that exist as of now, from now on. Um, Court cases, the thumbnail case and the trespass case. I'm surprised they're still going on about that. But one thing I have noticed is that the more attention to the federal court, it's like they're trying to sabotage the federal court case. But the thing is, a lot of people have been coming out with of further facts and further evidence that, Lynette has been lying through her teeth. And that doesn't surprise me. And it doesn't surprise me from that group either. And the thing is, it's not just from them as well. There's also people who support what the hales who are going around spreading rumors. And you think, well, hang on a minute, two wrongs don't make a right. And it doesn't. It doesn't make a right. Now, if you want credibility or any type of credibility, honesty is always a good step forward. Now, I really, really, really. I mean, I spoke to someone in depth yesterday, and I said I don't care. I really don't care about what's going on in that Facebook group. I mean, people are going, "Oh, let's start a new Facebook group." It's here. Look, everyone wants power over everyone else. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can try to be sneaky, stealthy. It's never going to happen. There is so much hate and disrespect and discontent within both groups and between people. It is very hard to stay neutral. This is why I've always said, I don't care if you're male or female, you're going to get it. You're going to get exactly the same treatment. Because the thing is, I'd rather be an equal opportunist treater than an arsehole. As simple as. And yeah, so there you go. So, and unfortunately, when people's emotions get involved, this is exactly what's happened. Because the thing is, like, when that fantastic gesture from Snowflower, right, could have solved a 2-year problem, but obviously, Eric is a very respectful chap, and he has been continuously showing me evidence and proof, and he's been very he's been very transparent. Okay, he has made refunds. Okay, not just to Daniel, but also to a friend of Daniel's who's decided to also want a refund. I'm not going to be I'm not going to be unhappy about it. I'm not going to be agitated about that. It's just it's something that's expected. I'm absolutely gobsmacked that people are behaving the way they are. But that's human nature for you. That's the human nature for you. So you can't be angry. All you can is be disappointed, and just hope that there are people out there who are willing to help and support, and I really don't know. I mean, I've come to a point now where when I first started doing all the research and on multiple subjects and started seeing all this. I mean, just by doing research, you're seeing a side of a person that is despicable. And I've been doing research on a couple of people lately, even though I mean, I finished a job within 2 days. That should have taken me a week, but um, it's disgusting. It is disgusting, the behavior. And half of these people have kissed their mother with the mouths they've got. Some of the people's brains, the way they behave, and they want to be called normal. There's a lot of people who I believe need to go and talk to someone, and I mean properly, professionally, because this can't keep going. This can't keep going. The level of hate and spitefulness and jealousy and greed it just doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. Now people turn around to me and they say, "Oh well, you always got something to say." Yeah, I have got to say because I'm an observer. I'm a seeker. The thing is, I disseminate information, and when I see something, I watch very closely, but I also pay attention to what's going on. Because the thing is, if you see two people arguing, it's not just the people arguing; it's what's going around, what's happening around those people, and everything else. But let's just hope there are a half a dozen or a dozen people out there, right? Or, what, 8 people, who can donate $20 each, right? Or 16 people, $10 each. Yeah. And bang, done. At least he'll have what he needs to be mobile, to have a little bit more freedom than he has. That's the goal that we have. Simple. And on that note, I'm going to go make myself a coffee because I've run out of coffee. So talk amongst yourselves and be nice. While the kettle's boiling. Yeah, wakey, wakey, everybody. Come on, wakey, wakey. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me. All right? I can understand a lot of people. I can understand why, they behave the way they do. And the different reasons and things that irritate them. I get that. But here's one thing you have to remember. The internet is not your life. It's not part of your life. You introduce yourself to it. Okay? The internet is a luxury. It's not, because at the end of the day, for you to be on it, you have to work, you have to pay money, you have to earn money to pay money to pay. Yeah. All right. And yes, there's a lot of people out there who do not bad things. And there's a lot of people out there who, who abuse the system. Right? And this is what I was saying the other day about that fake Facebook group. Yeah, I'm in there. I find it extremely entertaining. And this is what I was saying. Everyone should post anonymously, because at the end of the day, it takes away the attention of those people who create hate. Because once everyone starts posting anonymously, right, they lose that attention. They lose that limelight, that spotlight. It's just when people use these, I'm using my platform, right, to put a message out. Like when the other day, I used the platform to say what I wanted to say. The day before that, my opinion. The day before that, a game. The day, so it depends how you use your platform. Now, I've been saying this from the get-go, that this court case, this whole interaction, everything that's going on, once all this goes on, yeah, once all this happens, and it's actually quite interesting, actually. Once all this, it's really interesting. This conversation was fantastic, very, very point facted. When all this is done and over with, what are people going to do? Unless you have something prepped and something ready, you have to be proficient in exactly what you're doing, right? Maybe court cases, maybe hobbies, maybe special effects, maybe something else. You have to be proficient. You have to have enough material, right, to cover you for 3 or 4 days. So you should always be at least a week ahead right, in materials. Like me, I do apologize. I've got material, and I'm making material nearly every day, but I'm not editing it and not putting it up because obviously I've got a real life to deal with. So, this is why I'm going live every day. Not once or twice, but yeah, I go live because the thing is, then I can interact, and at the same time, while I'm talking to you guys, I can then come up with ideas. For some reason, when I'm communicating with you guys and I'm reading what you're saying and everything else, I'm coming up with ideas. I've already got 2 ideas that will help not just male and females. It will help you guys in your real life. You'll know then you've got something that you can always rely on when you're traveling, or you're somewhere, you're staying at a hotel or something like that, right? And it's just and I'm going to call it the comms box, but we'll come back to that in another day. Good morning, Mitch. How you doing? The internet, YouTube, for a lot of people is a place where they can be what they want to be. However, yes, they want to be. Place where they can want, if they're not really a person, lots come here to say there's this and that and not to be true. Well, on that note, just hang on a second. Hold that thought. I need to get my coffee. You're not going to believe what I just did. The Starbucks large mugs, the 1 liter mugs. Well, instead of putting the kettle on, putting hot water in it, I poured the whole cup full of milk. So I've got this very, very milky coffee now. So if I start talking like this, then you know what's going on. Then I start standing here very high-pitched voice. But what was I saying? Right. People use the internet for many reasons. Some of them are adult content. Some of them are communication. Some of our education, and some are just because they haven't got the assertiveness to the social. How can I put it? They can't. Socializing is difficult for them, and you know what? I understand that. Many people have different anxieties and different reasons why they struggle to communicate with other people. By being on the internet, you can have a different username. You can be someone else, right? And you can just interact as you want. I understand that. I respect that. But the thing is, at the same time, people go when they do come on the internet, right? There's a lot of people who will come for multiple reasons, and some of them are disgraceful, like grifting and fabricating and shit, and trying to skim off the top. Other people, they're here just to release their inner monster. They just want to, because they know they can get away with it. They know that they can just go click, you can't do anything. But what they don't realize is that we are all human at the end of the day. We all have emotions and feelings and everything else. Even I do. My outer crust is as strong as but I can be emotionally affected by things that have upset me, like, losing friends and who pass away and stuff like that. But there's things that affect me in real life that I don't transfer into my character here, into my Spawn Trooper character. I don't transfer that in there, because at the end of the day, it's not your fault. It's not anyone else's fault what happened in real life. So you have to have a disconnect. There has to be a disconnect between reality and fantasy, if you may call it that. And one thing I've noticed in this whole situation with the Deuce, Matskin, and all these other fucking clowns, and not just them, on both sides of the coin. On both sides of the coin, you've got the good and the bad, right? On both sides of the coin, you've got followers and leaders. On both sides of the coin, you've got people who will fabricate crap. One side more than the other, right? Will fabricate crap and lies and disinformation, right? And because people are enabling them and basically supporting them from a different direction, people start believing it. And then look where it gets you. Look where it's got. Look where a normal court case, a normal legal proceedings went from normal legal proceedings to the involvement of a lawyer. Good morning, a lawyer who personally I don't think should be a lawyer, and he should have had his license revoked a long time ago. Okay, who then basically incites hate. And not just him. I've said this from the get-go, that the crampons, aka the fleas, aka Lisa, she has been gunning for Jeremy way before Lynette and John Cook came on into the scene. Way before that. All you have to do is do your research. All you people need to do to find out the truth is do your research. And I've been saying this. But some people do it, some people don't. And then the people who don't, they question your credibility. They question what you say, and then when you prove them wrong, they still question your credibility and everything. And these are the people who don't deserve to actually be anywhere near anybody, because they are the ones causing the problems. Because all they're doing is just they're stirring that pot instead of tasting it and seeing how much salt you've put in. They're just stirring. And that's what's causing this whole disconnect of reality on both sides. Now, no matter what we do as human beings, no one is perfect. I'm not perfect, far from it, and no one else is perfect. But the thing is, when you make a mistake, right, the perfection comes in your own identity. As a truthful person, is when you make a mistake, you are truthful enough to stand up and go, yep, I made a mistake. But I learned from making that mistake, and I've rectified making that mistake, and I won't make that mistake again. That's what doesn't happen. I've seen people in the same breath contradict themselves. I've seen people lie. I've seen people fabricate or twist the truth to fit their agenda, regardless of what it is or who they are. I have seen people deliberately provoke other people just to get a reaction. So basically them making other people feel bad so they can feel better in themselves, which is a narcissistic trend. There's a lot. I mean, I've heard people talk about narcissism. It's like they're showing you a label. Understanding the concept of narcissism, right, is very important, because everyone does it. Everyone does it. Because when someone does something or someone says something about someone else, you want a reaction. You want them to understand that you're talking about them, and you want that reaction. However, when there's someone is saying something about someone else that actually points out their failure to be honest and be truthful, that's not narcissism. That is fact finding. That's factual. But when someone tries to cause a problem for someone else, and the minute that other person then responds, they're in the wrong. And this is what's been going on for months now. And I've seen it in little groups. Hell, I even belonged to part of a group that did that. And luckily, I have removed myself and was helped to remove myself from that environment. And you know what? I've learned a lot from that. I've learned that you don't trust anybody in situations like this. You respect people's opinion. You listen to what they've got to say, but at the end of the day, you choose to decide what you believe and what you don't. Not them, not anyone else. And that there is the problem. That is the disconnect between people and this whole situation. Because you've got this racial ploy coming in now. Now you've got and the crampons are loving it. They're sitting there, they're going, ha ha ha, brilliant. Yeah, now we've got in there. Because the thing is, the moment you argue against an allegation of someone being racial or discriminating, that can cause a lot of problems. But here's the thing. Deuce Foreskin is not racial. It is a nickname. It is a joke. It's just like when someone calls me, sperm pooper. Exactly the same. But have I brought someone in and accused them of racial hate? This is another ploy. The next thing, there's been so many different ways of trying to get at Jeremy Hales, and so many different ways, right? And every time, if you remove the smoke, if you blow the smoke out of the room, who will you see standing in the middle of that room? Who? Let me tell you who. Bruce P. Matskin, at present time, lawyer. Lisa Lee Rabusi, unemployed wannabe, musician, never had been. Tori Jones, seamstress, leather, weirdo, likes taking humans on dog leads. Robbie Casey, so-called crocodile wrangler, number one, class one this and class one that. No. All he does, he breeds alligators so he can sell those alligators to companies who create clothing articles like boots and handbags and stuff like that. David Michael Teschendorf, wannabe artist. He's one of the snakes. He's one of the snakes in the grass. But you haven't seen him for a while. Why is that? It's because he knows he's in a lot of trouble on both sides of the box. And before anyone says I'm doxing anyone, actual fact, no. All these names are on a legal document that was publicized a month or so ago. So before you even start and think, I think you need to pay attention. And this is the reason why I'm saying you need to pay attention. Because a lot of people haven't done. Now, all these people. Now, here's the thing. We haven't. We forgot someone, haven't we? Oh yes. Andrew Israel Alvarez, also known as Guapo. Right? He was stupid enough to publicize his hospital band, thinking that it was like, But here's the problem. Every single one of these people, all they have done was a hate campaign. Irregardless if you call it, this YouTuber this, YouTuber that, what David did, right? All these people had one thing in common, was a hate campaign, and everyone just listened to the shit they would talk, and they would go, oh, well, they've been saying this, they've been saying that. Now, you could sit there until you are blue in your face and listen to anyone talk all day, all night, every day, 7 days a week, all right? And you wouldn't get one step further, because the mistake you're doing is you're listening to what they're saying, right? And what you're not doing is stepping out of the box and actually listening to how they're saying it, who is saying it, why are they saying it, okay? At one point, they were all, every single one of them, all of them, were on that platform. A platform that was created for character assassination, defamation, slander, you name it. One platform. I'm trying to simplify this for you people, right? You had one platform, and that was the crampons, sorry. Right? All they have done, the minute they got caught out, the minute they got caught with their pants down, what do? They went on the attack. Anytime someone goes on the attack, right? And so far, I haven't gone on to attack. I have gone on an attack. I've just basically put it down on the table. I just played my cards on the table, right? But every time they get caught with their pants down, what do? They attack. And when they attack, they are not thinking about what they're saying. And how many times have I personally caught Bruce out? How many times? Multiple times. And that's just by typing message. That's just by me, observing. And the thing is, it happens on the what the hell side as well. There are a lot of people on the what the hell side who post shit, who go on their platforms. And what they don't realize, they are showing their true colors, because it's all about power. It's all about the money. It's all about the clout. It's all about the numbers. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be about the numbers. It shouldn't be about the clout. It shouldn't be about the money. It should be about the truth. It should be about the facts. Let's get this right. Let's make it right. Let's get the truth out there. Let's all band together and show people that what is being said and done is untruthful. It's wrong. And the amount of times that I have myself proven certain individuals wrong, and I still get attacked. I still get belittled. I still get insulted. I still get dragged through the sewers, even though I have richly handed you the proof. And then in the flip note, people go, "Oh, why aren't you?" Like I've had quite a few people come. Why aren't you showing any proof? Why aren't you bringing any evidence? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Why should I? No one else is doing it. Why should I waste my time doing research? Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am still doing research. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy doing research. It's fun, right? But why should I publicize what I've got when no one cares? Because everyone cares about attacking each other. Everyone cares about talking crap. Everyone cares about, oh, you said this. Oh, you said this. And then they fabricate. I mean, perfect example. The perfect example is one name, Robin Hanson, on Facebook. Okay. Now, this person definitely needs to seek professional help. Not just because of the split personality behavior, which you can tell, but also trying to attempt to rile up two sides and rile up people. But here's the thing. When you do that, you decredit yourself very quickly. And I, in a way, when I first came across this individual, I was like, "Oh, you spiteful, hateful person." Well, not in them words. I'm being polite right now because I'm trying to stop swearing. Mitch, what are you on about? Yeah, Mitch, let me tell you something. I may not be in America, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll come back to that. Right? Let me tell you something right now, Mitch. Let me make something absolutely clear from the get-go. I can be on the dark side of the moon and I could find out stuff. You have to understand that I've got friends in the States. Some are police officers, some are still in the armed forces. Some of them are in departments that even I can't mention. One is actually for, I think, is it the finance thing? I don't know. But I don't really care if I'm used as a scapegoat or not. What you have to understand is this, is the factual truth, is that people, when they come on the internet, they make up a bravado. They make up something who they just make themselves into God knows what. But down in the core truth of everything, when they turn that computer off, they're probably the most loneliest person you'll ever come across. Or they don't have anyone around them, or they are lonely. Now, here's the thing. I don't think that people should be alone. Right? When people lose loved ones and stuff like that, I think they deserve to go out and meet new people, socialize and meet people, right? Because human interaction is one of the most important things for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Human interaction is the most important thing that you will ever come across, because it makes you alive. It vitalizes you. It makes you alive. And this is why I can sit here and I can communicate with you guys. And it's like basically we're sitting in a cafe or we're sitting in a living room having a conversation. The only difference is it's live. Anyone can come and join. If they subscribe, they can come in. And the reason they have to subscribe is because I am putting a barrier between the hateful people, the spiteful people, and the people who are just here to hurt others. And it's entirely up to anyone to if they want to come back. They've already got the key for the door. I'm basically giving people the key for the door. As simple as. But this whole situation that's going on, and now they're talking about this Facebook group doesn't have an admin. It does. The thing is, the admin, the person who owns the group, if his account is still live, or he or she is still active. Because don't forget, right? You can have multiple people and you won't see. It's very hard to explain. The one person that's there, right? They can set it to so that you don't see who's admin or who the moderators are. Just because there's one person in that fake group doesn't mean it's just one person. You have to remember that. Because before there used to be the ability to post as yourself or as the name of the group. Right? And then you could hide, okay, who you are, but you then use the name of the group. So you'd create a group as, say, Darth Vader's stepchild, and then you'll see the profile as Darth Vader's stepchild, but you won't see the profile behind it, because the Darth Vader's stepchild is the profile representing the group, and that's what they used to have, but they've changed a little bit. So here's the thing. I've had situations where I posted and I couldn't post. It said, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. And then 10 minutes later, I posted and I was able to post. Because the thing is, if you get barred, it's not just about the admin of the group. It's also Facebook. If you spent a time in Facebook jail, you need to read the message they send you, that you can't do this, 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 and this for a certain period of time. Now, when Facebook puts you in Facebook jail, they will put you in Facebook jail for a certain period of time. They will tell you. But you also need to look at the time in regards of the group, that it will say you are restricted from posting this and this and this in the group for a certain period of time. And I just find it hilarious when people, because the first time I got thrown in a slammer, the Facebook slammer, right? I looked at the message and I was like, oh, right, okay. But then it happened again. But this time I wasn't in a Facebook jail. And I was like, oh, hang on. And then I checked and I was like, oh, yeah, I still got 3 days to go. And, and it happens. But the toxicity and the hate has got so fucking bad now, pardon my French, right, that I just go, if I want to be entertained, good morning, Kay, by the way. If I want to be entertained, I will go into the fake Facebook group and I will have a laugh. Because there are some people who've got very intelligent posts and some funny posts, and then there's people who I definitely believe need to seek professional help. Because everything is disappearing away from the actual point of why we're all here in the first place. It's because of the court case. It's because of the two frivolous court cases that idiot created, and the federal case, which that clown is trying to mess around with as well. But I think all this is going to come back to bite him in the backside, because he's made so many mistakes over the last couple of weeks. Yeah. And the fact that Jeremy wants a court by jury, yeah, I don't think this is looking good. I think I say about 3 weeks ago when he opened his mouth the last time, and the fact what he said on the crampons about whatnot, yeah, I think his days as a lawyer are numbered. His days are numbered as a lawyer. That is for sure. It's, I mean, yeah. What I like about this chat is it's great chat that makes it easier for people like me with social anxiety that has gotten worse after my husband passed to meet new people. Absolutely, Sienna. And this is exactly my aim. Well, what I would like, and I'm glad that you feel comfortable in it, and I'm glad that you can actually communicate with people. And the thing is, you shouldn't allow and my condolences for your loss. But you also have to understand is that, like, you have to go on. You have to think about the fact that, by socializing with other human beings, it helps you heal. Johnny D, good morning. Oh, let's have a taste of this coffee. God, it's got to taste it. Yeah. Oh wow, that's nice. I think I should do that more often. So there you go. I mean, it's do you know what? I just realized something. I refreshed the page. Sorry, I just changed the heading of today's stream. So yeah, I just changed it. Let's do this. Coffee time with Spawn. What could go wrong? Join us. Why not? So yeah. Exactly. I mean, here's the thing, right? People don't like people who are not scared of saying it as it is. Now, I know there's people out there who don't like me. I get it. And they don't agree with what I say. I respect that. And the reason I respect that is because everyone has the right to say what they like, as long as it's tasteful and as long as it's factual, it's to the point. Now, calling me bad names is not gonna hurt me. Trying to disrupt my lifestyle or my channel or anything else is not going to bother me, because I've got nothing to lose. That's the problem for you. I've got nothing to lose. Because the thing is, for me, the importance is that people can feel free and they can communicate freely in here. Now, jealousy, envy, I don't know. I mean, most probably. And here's the thing. When you go shopping and you look at that big steak, or you look at that big, that big piece of meat, are you going to dislike it before tasting it or looking at it or finding out how fresh it is? Or for example, when you walk up to an aisle where you've got tinned food, canned food, I mean, obviously you check the date when it runs out. Now, are you going to open a tin just to smell what it smells like while it's fresh, or what are you going to buy it and then take it home and make dinner and have food and have a fantastic time? Or for example, if you want a new pair of shoes, are you going to walk there barefoot? Or are you going to walk there with old shoes and then buy the new shoes and then keep them on and then throw the old ones away? If you're gonna get yourself an ice cream, are you gonna just ask for the ice cream and not the cone? You can't have one or the other. You can't. And I've seen this in many people. How two-faced people are. I mean, I've been in various people's chats, and I've got these individuals come in. They will either ignore you, or they will, they'll be very cold and go hi. And I don't even acknowledge these individuals anymore, because the thing is, I don't want negativity in anyone else's stream, and I don't want it in here either. But the thing is, when I go into someone else's stream, I respect their rules, I respect the mod's instructions, and I will respect the host, even if I didn't like them, even if I didn't like the people, I would still respect the rules of that channel. Now, if you don't like me, then why are you lurking? Why are you here? Why are you listening to what I'm saying? I'll tell you why. It's because you're afraid that you're going to miss something. You're afraid that I'm going to be talking about you. You're afraid that I'm going to be talking about people that you support. Well, hey, newsflash. It's not always about you, and it's not always about them. So stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your energy on this negativity. Think positive. Hi, Missy Lady. Good morning. I get it. I get it. Not everyone is going to like each other, or not everyone is going to find a common ground to communicate with each other. I get that. But don't you think it's important to like, if you don't like someone, just ignore it. I know there's people out there who antagonize and who insinuate and entice people to do things. I get that. Marlin, hello. Pardon me. So here's the thing. If you feel really bad and you're in a bad mood, don't turn the computer on. Go for a walk. Go into a forest and scream. Go into a forest, take a blanket with you, find a nice spot, lay the blanket down, lay down on the blanket, close your eyes and just listen. Just listen. Unless you live in the same vicinity, same country I live in, where you can hear jets flying around all day, right? But just chill out, just relax. Because the thing is, if you're sitting on the outside and I'm sitting on the inside here, and I can talk, but you can't, there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. Because you don't belong in here. Negativity doesn't belong in here. And one thing you've probably seen over every time someone comes in here and starts attacking anybody, including myself, I can assure you there are people in here they will pounce on you. You will not have a chance to actually, if you do type, it'll be a mistake, because one, the mods will just wait until your name pops up with a sentence and it's pow, yeet, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Hate is not welcomed here. Truth and facts are. Hi, Dahlia. And before you say no, I did blow my nose. I've got I don't know what's going on. I don't care. Right. So, how is everybody today? Let's talk about you guys. How's everyone? And by the way, guys, like I said, go and check out Eric's Give Fund Me Go. There is an update, like I explained, due to obviously the refunds that are being requested by Daniel and apparently, and now his friend. Obviously, Eric had to give refunds back, which has then made him a little bit short on the amount that he needs for the mobility scooter. And Mitch, I think he communicated with you last night, but that's nothing to do with here today. So keep that private, please. That is between you guys. All I'm is just plug in the link. Hopefully we can get him up to that goal. I mean, he's still low. I think it's, what was it, 180 to 200, I think it is, and then he's got it. But that's entirely up to anyone else. We basically cut the 2 years down to about a month, a week, if that. So if we can find 16 people who can donate 10, or 32 people who can donate 5, then basically we've got him sorted. And then he at least then can be mobile. Mostly later. I don't care if I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I get it. People are very choosy and picky. Oh, he coughs. I don't like his treatment because he coughs. Well, do you wipe your ass after you go for a shit? And if the answer is yes, then you also cough and sneeze. There you go. You can't. I'm not gonna do it, Moosey. I'm not in the mood for this pettiness. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna explain myself because I cough and sneeze. I don't care if people like it or not. I'm getting to a point now where I really don't care. If I can't reach the mute button, oh my, oh dear, how sad. Never mind. It's as simple as that. I've been trying to be politically correct and trying to be nice for a long time, and I'm not doing it anymore. I get it. It can affect my progression or my growth on YouTube, but I am sick and tired of being false. I'm sick and tired of being given a false persona. Right? I want to be me. I don't want to be someone who, oh hi, oh no, I mean, to you guys, I'm as serious as a heart attack. Time to sell my bike and perhaps getting a new one. What, your push bike or the hairdryer? No, I'm not going to explain myself. Other people do it quite often, actually. One thing I have to say is that there's a lot of people out there who do explain themselves a lot. Now, I don't know if it's habit or if it's because they don't want to get caught, or they're trying to get, oh, we feel sorry for you, that type of behavior. But yeah, I've noticed that quite a bit. 1 second, I need to blow my nose. Do you know something? It's funny you say that, Mitch. Let me tell you something. Look, fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck that. Fuck. Oh. Shit. Fucking. Oh, God. Ow. I just accidentally hit the edge of my table with my toe, and it sort of pulled back the toenail a little bit. Oh, pain, weakness leaving the body. Get out. Oh, right. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that woke me up. Hello, I'm awake. Right. Many years ago, and I mean shed loads of years ago, there was this old guy. I was sitting in a cafe, and this old guy was sitting there, and I said, "Oh, is that space taken?" He went, "No." So I sat down, had my breakfast, and we got chatting. And he turned around, and like this was around the time where you could still smoke in places and that. And like I finished my breakfast, and at one point I was still eating my breakfast, and he turned around and he went, "Excuse me, young man." I went, "Yes, fella." He said, "Is it okay if I smoke?" And I went, "Yeah, sure." He said, "You don't mind because he's still eating?" I went, No. You crack on. You smoke, mate." And so he sparked one up, and like I finished my breakfast, and it didn't bother me one bit. So I got up, took my plate away, put it on the counter. The woman behind the counter looked at me like if I was a heart attack or something. And I went back and sat down, and you know, my wallet was still there. Nothing touched me. You know, my fags were still there and everything. So I took a tab out, sparked it up, sitting there, and he went, "Do you know what?" I went, "What's that?" And he went, "You're probably the first person who didn't mind a 79-year-old sitting at his table smoking a cigarette or smoking a fag, and you were eating your breakfast." And I went, "Well, why should it bother me? I'm a smoker. I know what I know what it's like after you've just eaten. It's like a yin and yang. You need your yin to calm your yang, or you need your yang to calm your yin. So it's a yin and yang." And he looked at me and he went, "What the fuck is yin and yang?" And I went, "Oh, it's it's a like sort of Korean Japanese type of good and bad, and you know, balance of power and stuff like that." And he went, "Oh." He said, "You know, when I was your age," and I was like, "Oh God, here we go." He says, "When my old man, the 78 or 79-year-old guy, I think he was 70, he was old anyway." And he turned around and he said, when he was a youngster, right, he said it cost a tuppence or something like that. And now we're going back a lot of years now. And he was like going, "My dad told me one day," and I was like, "Yeah." He says, "It doesn't matter if you fart, sneeze, cough, pee, shout, scream, smoke, there's always going to be someone who will not like it. And it's always going to be the primary person who's not going to like it." And I was like, "Yeah." And he went, "It's going to be your wife." But 5 seconds later, she drops one like it's a nuclear bomb. Or, well, it's like a bomb. It's like the Blitz. So he said like the Blitz. Right? And do you know what? Yeah, the first day when I listened to those absolute idiots on the crampons, and I heard Bruce sit there, and he was going, "Oh, about his bodily functions, sneezing, coughing, and farting." How do you fucking know that I farted? I still can't get my head around that part. How the hell did you know, or do you think I farted? If I farted, you would have known about it. I mean, really? So if I go like that, or go, or that's a fart. Are you absolutely out of your head? How the hell can you just, I mean, let me get something right. So you sitting on that platform while mine had won, or, you know, Chubby Chunks there won, right, is eating or chewing gum, right, the other day while you were going, thinking it was funny about the whatnot comment, and you could hear her richly chewing. You could richly hear the camel chew. It's like, yeah, sure, that's right. You could richly hear her chew. Now, do I care? No. I can't even stand the voice. I actually mute it so low so I can only hear Numbnut's voice. But I mean, yeah. And then people wonder why I just rip the shit out of you people. And then you wonder why I take the piss out of you guys. Morning, Big Dirt. Make sure you got brew with you. I mean, really, come on. Is it like smell-o-vision? Oh, look at that. Fucking Sienna and me thought about the same thing. Smell it. Oh, and the bit about, can you remember when he got really pissed off about this? Can you remember when he used to get pissed off at this? Oh, not that one. Where's that one? This one here. Can you remember when he got pissed off at this? You remember? Woo! Got flanked now, fuck. Woo! Oh. Woo! You know, can you remember that when he got really pissed off? Like with the lighter and Tug does that with his lighter as well, smoking that big. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, a smoker uses a lighter more than you've probably used it. Yeah. Anyway, Lisa Lewodsky, greetings and salutations. Salute. Yeah. So it's the whole thing is just hilarious. So here's an idea. Don't lurk. Come in, interact with each other. Come in and talk. Okay. And as long as you are peaceful, you're not hateful or spiteful. Okay. And obviously, if you're not on my hit list, you're yeeted the minute you come in, like type of hit list, not the hit list that you think he made a threat, he's got us on a hit list. Yeah, it's called a hit list of people not to have in a stream. Yeah. All right. Smart sport. I did that running up the stairs. It's like, yes, it does, doesn't it, Vicky? Hitting your toe. Jesus. I know the pain. I know there's like from your toe to your head to feel the pain, but boy, does that move quick. That's why there's always like a split. That's why they call it a split-second reaction, because it takes nearly under a second to get to your brain. How do you know all this? Because I educate myself. All right. See, the voices in my head are talking out loud now. I don't know. And by the way, has anyone heard the new song that DJ Rattus made for me last night? The reggae one. Has anyone heard that one yet? By the way, Big Deuce mannequin is mannequin. Mannequin. Yeah, he doesn't look like a mannequin, does he? He looks. What's that? Despicable character with the nose, dressed in the yellow. What? No. With the nose. What's his name? Oh God, I forgot his name. I will do, Malin. All right, then, sweetheart. Good to see you. What was his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Oh, what was his name? What was his name? What was his name? What was his name? Oh, I forgot what his name is now. Squidwalk. No, not Squidwalk. The other one. I'm talking about the one with the minions. Drew. Is it Gru? Gru. There you go. Yeah, Gru. Deuce Gru Matscuff. Mannequin. There you go. Oh, that's anti-Semitic. No, it's not. I'm taking the piss out of the guy because he's a lump of shit. SpongeBob Squidward. SpongeBob Right, who hasn't heard the one from? Right, do you know what? I'm just going to play it. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to play it because I really do like this one. This shows you my. No. This shows you my. Where is it? That one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Right, let's pause it. Let me pause it. I got to play this today. I've got to. It needs to be done. It has to be done. And then I need to figure out how to get all this sorted. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the coffee break with your host, Spawn Trooper. Enjoy. Spawn Trooper once again by DJ Radis.
Strong, them I must keep. Break the chains, leave pain behind. Follow the wicked, expose the kind. Oh, the truth, not got true lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, wearing thin, spawn trooper.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to it here at your host, Spawn Trooper. This song was created by DJ Radis, and ladies and gentlemen, let's ride again with Spawn Trooper. Yeah.
In the dark where shadows creep, truth ring out, it cuts so deep. No price high to make me sales, standing firm and know too well.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We will, after the music is finished and after the DJ is finished, we will be going into sport and the weather. So far, the weather in the UK is cloudy with some highlights of sun. However, temperatures will drop down to 3 degrees. We do anticipate some icy snow, but please remember to wrap up warm. Thank you. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's me again. If you are moving going up to Scotland, remember the M57 is blocked due to an accident with 2 cows. So please do take a detour, have a look at the countryside, and
Oh, hi, Jimmy. I see you at the police, are they? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your host, Spawn Trooper, coming to you. Autobots, roll out. Shh, don't tell anybody. What do you mean? Don't tell anybody Bumblebee's drunk. God damn it. Oh, yeah. And there you had it. Created and produced by DJ Radis, Spawn Trooper, rising again. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, shit, the coffee's hit me. Nee. Sorry. You got to have a laugh. You can't be serious all the time. Yeah, shit. That's a big ass fucking spot. Hello. Yep. Bye. Yep, go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Fucking spiders. Hey, Bumblebee got drunk on 15 to 20 oil. 15 per 40 oil. So, yeah, yes.
my precious with once.
Shut up, you.
With once.
Shut up.
Wait.
Shut up.
Wait.
What? Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
We what? No. So you open that box for fresh air and look what comes out.
Oh, you what?
No. It's all right. Don't worry. I haven't lost the plot. I've just had my 3 minutes of insanity kick in. In Florida, fool, it's hot. I told you again. Were you born on the sun? It's damn hot. It's so damn hot. I saw little guys. Their orange robes burst into flames. Hi, Smitty. How you doing? Oh, right. Good. Right. Good. Okay. Did he get the? Yeah. That's good. That's good news. Well, thanks very much for letting me know, Smitty. All right. Send my regards to you, the old man, and my well wishes. Hope he gets well soon. Good. That's good to know. Bumblebee got buzzed. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, so that's my opinion about all this absolute cluster crap of this whole situation. Me right now. Wait a minute. Well, you know where that quote came from, Spawn? I think it was. I can't remember. Oh, and I've noticed other people have got a cough as well. Yeah, suffer. You know what I feel like. No. It's the least I can do, Smitty. You know. I need another coffee now. No, do you know what? I think I'm going to wait for a second. Let this other coffee go. Good morning, Vietnam. Hang me. Get a piece of rope and take it outside and hang me.
Oh, what are those?
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that film when it first came out. Hilarious. I'm literally crying watching it. I can't even remember when that was filmed. I think that was. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I was able for it. See, you don't have to explain yourself. You know. Yeah. Oof. Why is it getting so warm in here? Oh, I know why. People are ridiculous and go. Oh, see what I mean? Anonymous. I think. Oh, wait. What's that? Yes. You know, if the moon landings were not real, why are there 2 lunar modules stuck on the moon? Eh? Yeah, absolute clowns. All these conspiracies, all these people at flat Earth and never landed on the moon. Okay, so where do all the technology come from then? Eh? For airplanes to fly higher than 9,000 feet or 10,000 feet. Eh? Where? Where did that all come from? It came from 87, Area 51. Do you know Area 51 is just a hoax? You know that, don't you? It's just a hoax. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that is a good idea. Oh. Oh. Do you want to have a giggle? Go and have a look at this. If you want to have a laugh. This will cheer you up. This is what reminds me of the situation. The Area 51 was designed and set up right after the 1947 apparent UFO crash. Roswell was set up, or Area 51 was set up, right, for investigatory. That then, because of all the secrecy and the way they done it, and they kept people away from it, they decided that any top secret research or anything like that, like the what I call it, what's that fucking plane? S-71, the I can't remember, the Black Hawk, Blackbird, or whatever it's called. You know, all secret aircraft like the B-111, B-17. You know, all these aircraft were built there, were designed and built there and tested there. That's why in the 80s and everything, when people saw thinking that they saw UFOs, a triangular UFO, no, they wouldn't. They were looking at the B-17 or the B-11 or B-1 or whatever that bloody thing's called, B-2 or something like that. Because if you look at the date when they publicized that any of those aircraft, anywhere the D-wing aircraft, right, that's i.e. the flat wings, the triangular wings, when they came out, look at the dates, because it takes years for these aircraft to be designed. It's just like the moon landing. They said that, oh, the moon landing and everything was fake. Now, okay, well, if it's fake, why how would you take pictures from certain parts of space and the Earth was turning, or you were going around the Earth and you could actually see the movement? So you're going around the Earth. Yeah, there's the conspiracy, or it's flat. Well, if the Earth is flat, build a landing strip in Antarctica, get a plane, and then set it direction to the edge of Earth that's apparent flat, and then just fly, but make sure it's live coverage, and have a camera in the cockpit. Because you'll fly and you keep flying, and then suddenly you'll see an island, and it's called Greenland. And then if you keep flying, you'll see Iceland. If you keep flying, you'll see the tip of Scotland. If you keep flying, you'll see Scandinavia and come into Norway. And if you keep flying, it'll be Sweden, then Finland, and then it'll be Latvia or somewhere else. And then suddenly you'll be in Siberia. So, yeah, keep flying, and you come Mongolia, keep flying. You come to the Bering Straits, and you keep flying. Oh, look, you're in Alaska. And you've just flown around the Earth way quicker than you do if you fly from LAX or New York to Paris, because it's a longer. Yeah, think about it. It's a longer trip from there to there. But if you go to the north of the planet and you fly from, say from Anchorage all the way across, it's a shorter trip. Think about it. There's the widest part of this planet is the center, where the equator is. I thought you guys went to school and learned all this. Anyway, I'm going to go and make a coffee. I'll be right back. It's funny when you educate yourself, innit? So, I'm all go good. Hey, good morning. SMN, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, yeah, we've just been talking about general crap. So, how is everybody today? I mean, Smitty, it's really, really nice to know that your dad's okay. So, that's good. Update in regards of Eric for new people who've just come. Obviously, Eric was requested by someone called Daniel, DK, Panorama Company, computers or whatever, bless his cotton socks, was asked for a refund. However, a angel of out of the blue donated a fairly good sum, which we're very thankful for, to Eric. After the donations, after the refunds of the donations, he's a bit short. So if we can get, what did I say? Wait, what? If we can get if we can get 9 people, $20, or if we can get 18 for 10, or if we can get 36 for 5, and then they can donate, then at least then he can now, because if you go to the link, if you click on the link at the top, he has put an update on there. I asked him to do so to make sure that there was transparency. He has shown me screenshots of the refunds he sent out, but obviously he has to wait a certain period of time. But yeah, that's how close we are. He's already spoken to a dealership, so everything's in the pipeline. And I think he already spoke to you as well, Mitch, if I'm correct in saying. Yeah, but the thing is, Mitch, do you know that 3/4 of the land that the state owned by the federal government used to own to the what tribe was it? Chewa? I can't remember. I can't pronounce the name. It's an Indian tribe. Yeah, not. Yeah. So again, we need to send our love to Snowflower. Okay. And thank Snowflower for the most loveliest gesture that a human being could do for another human being. And we've already spoken to Ratters. He's gonna, hopefully he'll be in touch with her, and then basically what you call it, get that song going. Was it the Apache? Was it? Right. Okay. So yeah, there you go. I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah. So I'm getting messages left, right, and center here. Do you know that's just another thing? Someone's actually put up a very, very well, even though it's by anonymous. Sometimes I am actually quite surprised by the normality of some people anonymous posters, because like this one's perfect. So to all those in the anti what the hell's ecosystem, are you starting to see the proof that you're being told there is no? Directly from LM and whatever herself. Wakey, her whole story has been shaky. Better wake up. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic. I like the wording in that, because it is true. I mean, how much evidence and how much proof does a person need to see before they are convinced and happy that the evidence and the proof they are seeing is enough to say that the individual is lying or is being dishonest? I mean, really. I mean, let's put it this way. Let's look at all the evidence that the crampons and swamp lizard have shown us. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. They haven't, have they? Oops. Yeah. Don't you find that? Right. I'm going to ask you a question now, right? And you give it a score out of 10. Don't you find it interesting that most of the evidence is either coming from my platform or from other people's platform, but that the fact there's more evidence brought to the surface by people who are not even involved, complete strangers who just suddenly appear and say, oh, by the way, here you go. Shara and Michelle putting the evidence out that people don't know about, right? And everything else. You put all that together and people still say it's all lies. How? How can you turn around and say that something's a lie when there's something in front of you? Let me give you an example. Please hold, your call is important to me. Let me give you an example. I mean, I don't want to spoil the coffee hour, but let's look at some examples, shall we? For example, let's have a look at this one, yeah? Let's have a look at this one, shall we? For example, anyone make any sense out of this? Yeah, look at the date. Look at the date there. There. All right? Yeah, example. All right, that's an example. But anyone else seen that one before, have you? No. In December. Oh, actual fact, tell a lie. No, it wasn't that one. Let me have a look at this one. Is this the one? What about this one? Where Deuce Boy sends an email out. Okay. All right. You know when I've been saying that people are like this ecosystem, building this ecosystem has been going on longer than you think. Oh, good night, Jenny. You take care. Sleep well. Okay. Now explain this one to me then. So why is he sending out September the 2nd, right? He's sending out this here. Yeah? All right. All this. Oh, there's more to come yet. What about the fact that, let's see a little bit. Let's keep a little bit going with Uncle Matskin, shall we? All right. What about him being caught out? Yeah. What about him being caught out? Oh, I can't show that because it's got the word rapist in it. Well, actual fact, I can because someone else has mentioned it. I'm just showing proof. All right. Now, would a lawyer say this? Me? Don't you find that strange? Oh, it gets better. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's so much I could show. Where? Right, where did? Here we go. Here we go. All right. What about this one here? What about this? Right? What about this one here from Lynette herself? Yeah. I mean, Jesus, look what she's look. I mean, she's got so many. Look, she's got Bluetooth going. She's got Wi-Fi going. Yeah. She's got internet going. Oh, that's a signal. But wow. Yeah. But look at this. All right. She's whining to Lloyd. Okay. I mean, I can remember, was it last night that on a deposition she said he was 17 and he's being harassed and bullied by his parents? And here you are saying this on August the 6th. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a problem with that picture, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. No. Right. Do you remember? Right. Okay. I wanted to show you something so you know that I am very transparent. I've never hated Bruce or Tamara or anybody. All right. This was my last message to him publicly in a language that he understands, right? Because in Armenia, they either speak Armenian or Russian, right? Tamara speaks Russian. This is my message. So this was about the GoFundMe, all right? So I've got more. I've got loads of stuff. Oh, I've got so much. And also, here's another thing. Now, I can't show this, but the name Caridos, yeah, right, in that police report, that was one of her maiden names. That was one of her maiden names, just so you know. All right. Yeah. And don't you find it strange that we haven't seen Mr. Goodwin for a long time? John Goodwin? Hater extraordinaire. Yeah. We haven't seen anything from him for a while, have we? Don't you find that strange? Eh? Anyone find it a little bit strange? Oh, let me see if I can find something else to entertain you. I mean, let's see how professional he really is, shall we? How about the fact that that while Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexei, Caridos, the fact that she was registered at an address in West Rotunda under that name. Don't you find that quite interesting, considering that there's also other names associated to her? How would I know that? Well, I do. And you know why? Here's the best thing. One day I got really, really bored. Really bored. Okay? I mean really bored. I got so bored, I just created a spider web. I don't know if anyone has ever seen a spider web before, but this is what a spider web is. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Ah, there you go. This is a spider web. Okay. This is a spider web. Yes, and at the time, unfortunately, shower was part of it. But, you learn, you see things, and obviously my interest was completely taken by the fact that she was a victim and that she was taken advantage of. And that's easily proven. That's very easily proven. It's a shame, really, that people have went to that part. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everyone, Marla makes out, like Marla May Hughes makes out that she's innocent. Okay. Yeah. So why is it that there's proof that she contacted, that she was the caller? Okay. That she was the caller to the police. Right. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, there's so much more I could show you guys, but do you know what? Why should I? Why should I? There's so many people out there who've got so much stuff. And the thing is, here's the problem. Here's the biggest problem. They don't know what part of all this that information belongs to. Now, half the stuff I've shown you is from right at the beginning. The fact that a lot of people have forgotten the fact that Marla Hughes actually called the cops on behalf of Lynette, right? And not just her, other people have, to try to make the situation against Jeremy Hales worse. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Considering that they haven't done anything wrong. Driving down a public road, they can stand. Actually, in fact, here's the thing. Where Tubetown is, if every single person who supports Travis decides to go and stand outside Tubetown Old or Tubetown 2.0, and they decide to go and park there and have a party, there is jack shit anyone can do because it's a public road. And if they go onto the property of Tubetown, the original Tubetown, that is private property. Okay? Just because there's people there doesn't mean they are there because of you. Right? You are bringing the attention to yourself by saying that they're there for you. Right? And that's the problem. If people would stop paying attention to what they say, right, they wouldn't have the attention they need and they want. That's the problem. You take away the powers of attention, and that'll be it. You won't hear this. I mean, look at Jeremy proved 100% the fact that it's the attention they need. It's basically when he's around, they want the attention. So what they do, they make accusations, false accusations. And Jeremy proved it without even breaking a freaking sweat. He was in Otter Creek the whole time. But what he was doing, he was uploading pre-recorded messages that he recorded in Ohio. And then when he went live that Sunday before the auction, I noticed there was something wrong because I looked at the side of his leg and I could see there was something wrong. It didn't make sense because I've never seen that I've never noticed certain things in the Ohio house or when he's there, when he's walking around. So I knew straight away he wasn't in the house. And lo and behold, I was right. He was in Otter Creek and he'd been there for over a week. And there was not a phone call done to the sheriff's department. There was no whining and complaining. There were no remarks on Facebook in any shape or form. Just her grifting and grifting and grifting. And he's not once he did that. I think he did it a few times. You see, this is the thing. You take away the attention. If people turn your back on them, they will try anything. They will fall over and cry, "Oh, I've been hurt." Right? And as soon as someone turns around and pays attention to them, they've got you. Now, if everyone just turned around and goes, let's not, anything people type or anything they say, let's ignore them. Let's ignore them. Do that for 1 week and you watch how slower and slower it gets. You watch how less and less and less you'll hear from them because they're not getting the attention. They're not getting the attention. The reason you didn't hear anything from them while the crampons and the swamp lizard were at it is because they got told by their PR team to not say anything, that they will deal with it. They will speak for them. And we'll give you, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, we'll give you this. And that's why they were quiet, because they were getting what they wanted. They were getting the monies. They were getting the the gifts and stuff like that. Because the thing is, because there's no transparency, we can sit here and we can say anything we like. Even it's not even alleged. You can't even say it's alleged, because the fact of the matter is, people have gave them donations, and there's been no transparency. So therefore, there's no legal standpoint stating that it's alleged or speculative. It's basically money's gone into a fundraiser, or money's been given to them, and it's disappeared. Make your own mind up. Actions speak louder than words. Ever since this whole thing's been going, I have not seen, me personally, I have not seen 1 ounce of evidence come from either Lisa Lee Rabusi or Tory Jones. Not one bit. All I've heard is whinging, moaning, lying, fabricating, fantasy story. I mean, you know, at one point they're actually in the same room together. I don't know if anyone noticed that. At one point, Tori and Lisa were in the same room, but Tori was on the platform. But you could hear her coming from Lisa's freaking microphone. Figure that one out. Must have been a loofah night that night. It must have been a loofah night. Oh, what colour loofah is yours? White, green, blue. Oh, so you were with number 655, 425 and 755. All right, okay. That's going to have fun. Why is that? 455's got peg leg. That's the issue here. Everyone jumps straight on that bandwagon when it comes to any type of thing. No one does the research. No one actually sits in the background and goes, let's see how this goes. Because I've been doing that, and I'm noticing a lot of stuff. I'm noticing cracks, ritual cracks in the ice with the ecosystem from Deuce Boy. I'm definitely noticing cracks, some big cracks. And the fact is, even with all these motions he's putting in, the fact that he's done so many in such a short period of time tells me he's panicking. And the fact that he's got a felon, as a former lawyer who's a felon, just to mention one part of it. It's all public knowledge, so yeah, good luck on trying to silence me, you prick. Right? You've got a lawyer who makes as much use as a fart in a spacesuit. An actual fact, right, is using his ideology as a weapon now. Go figure. Then you've got another one who has a coffee cup that has its own ecosystem inside it. There must be, I mean, if you check a microscope, you will have life in that cup, right? And let's not talk about the laptop. You put that under a microscope, there'll be get a dark light over that laptop. Anyway, right? And this guy's saying that he's ill. The lies. I wish there would be a way to actually do like random CDTs and polygraphs and stuff like that. I know that you can't sometimes use polygraphs and all that in court, but just sit them down, attach it to them, and say, right, is your name this? Yes, true. Is you do this? Yes, true. Do you have you been to the toilet today? Yes, true. Do you talk shit? No, lie. Yeah, I mean, it's so easy. You know, I know that you can't rely on these because they you know, the moment of, even if a person has got in pain or is nervous, right, it'll give you false readings. So, but I just for the sake of it. But one thing I can say is that the judge, I don't think the judge is going to be happy. I think he's waiting for all the motions to slow down, and I think he's going to be coming in with a wrecking ball. I'm on a wrecking ball. Yeah. So, Deuce Boy, if you're listening, here's a recommendation. Go to a sports shop, and I think the best protection you can get is the ice hockey goalie equipment. Because I tell you one thing, when the judge is done with you, you're going to need it. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I mean, you're all throwing each other on. You can see it now. You can see it in. I mean, like if I could read the stars, I could say that like give it a couple of more weeks, all right, and they're all going to start throwing themselves under the bus or throwing each other under the bus. They're going to start making mistakes. You guys, right? If you want the truth and you want the facts, remember, step out of the box. There are 3 things you need to do. Clear your mind of all the discrepancies and all the fears and everything else about the facts, the truth. Second thing, step out of that box, step away from it, sit there, listen. If you like, listen to one person and go and listen to another person and go and listen to another person and then look at the facts. Who is producing evidence? Who's producing facts? Who's producing facts that are part of the chain that to show you? Once you've done that, then step out and then sit back and then sit in the shadows and just watch, and you will notice how it develops. You will notice this xenomorph morph itself into what you're seeing now, and that's what's going on right now, because you can see how Bruce's ecosystem is imploding, but very, very slowly and like frame by frame by frame, right? It's like, you know, John is making mistakes. He's trying to drag Travis in, okay? Because at the end of the day, if he did trip him up, how? I mean, look at the distance between them in that one picture. That's when you go and watch it, you can see the distance. You can see the distance. Why would John, with all that room, walk so close past Travis? Why? Why wouldn't he retaliate? Why wouldn't he? Why did he walk away? If Travis had, just speculation, if Travis had of tripped him up, accidentally or deliberately, irregardless, why was he walking away when it comes to anyone else? He will confront you and he will put a pew pew in your face, or he will point a pew pew in your face. But here, he walked away with his tail in his head. You can tell his body language. He's like trying to act tough, but he was walking away because he was in fear, because he knew that if he confronted Travis, because Travis will kind of look after himself. He's not a weakling. People think he's weak. He's not. Trust me. He would, if John took a swing at Travis, unfortunately for John, it would not end well. That's the unfortunate part. Because, like, and the fact, and something else, and I wanted to ask, I would love to ask Travis, tell me, when he walked past you or when there was confrontation, did you smell alcohol on his breath? That's another question I would like to ask. Oh, Ohio court, Vicky, they're buried. They're done. They're done. They're done. They've broken that. I mean, if one of them or both of them don't end up in court in jail, you know. But I'm telling you right now, I do not trust or have any trust whatsoever in your court system in Florida. None whatsoever. None. The only thing right now that's stopping me from distrusting the court system and the legal system in America as a whole is that new judge, that magistrate. That's the only thing stopping me from distrusting the American law. Because that is not normal. That is not normal. And that wouldn't even come up on the radar, even if they tried to look for it. It needs to be reported to the state police or to the U.S. Marshals or to the FBI or something like that. It needs to be mentioned. Needs to be reported, right? And to be perfectly honest with you, you know, I think the newspapers now need to know about this. That I think that newspapers should get involved in this. I think that this should be news now, because like it's gone so far now. People have been doxxed. People have been threatened. You know, you've got people on their platforms threatening other people with governmental bodies, right, to try to make false accusations and false statements of residency or legal residency to be in the States? I mean, whatever else evidence do you need to show that, like, what's going on here? There are so many laws being broken, and the thing is, you think that there's only one decent lawyer in this whole game. There's only one decent lawyer that I believe has more integrity than all of them put together, and that's Randy Shockett. And his associates, they all need freaking medals. They need freaking medals. And I believe that they deserve the recognition for the professionalism and for the upstanding behavior that they are showing. The fact that Randy Shockett is basically a representative of the American Board Association model rules for professional and ethic behavior as a lawyer. He is the perfect embodiment of that. Oh, witnessing, yeah, Bruce, yeah, sending that email, witness intimidation towards Sarah. Also, in fact, John Cook's behavior towards Travis could also be construed as witness intimidation. Because don't forget, Axel, Travis, Deanna, Therese, Brett, Zim, and Corporal Gregory, they're all witnesses for a court case. So that interaction with John Cook and Travis, that can be construed as a witness intimidation. So and that comes under RICO. That was it 9/14/23 and 19 is it 19/12/24 or 19/13/23? I can't remember. Right, but it's right after the chapter with So actually, look, hang on a minute. I'll tell you straight away. Please hold. Your call's important to me. Pardon me. Let me have a look at the RICO thing again. 1 second. Oh, no, not that one. Where the hell did I put them? Wait, what? What is this? Why? Do you know what? Oh, did I delete it? No. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. 1 second, please. I am looking for. Oh, the cat's awake. There may be trouble ahead. I am being approached by a cat that's built like a brick shit house. Okay, where are we? Where is it? I can't. I am such a disorganized fuck. I really can't explain myself, really. Oh, wait a minute. Was that? No, new folder deck. No, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, God. Is it in there? No. Oh, I give up sometimes. I really do. I really do. Sometimes I just wonder. I just ask myself why. Why do I? Oh, where is it? No. Wait a minute. All right, here we go. Found it. Here we go. There you go. 1914-22 and 1914-23 related to tampering with or harassment of a witness, victims or informants and retaliation against the witness, victims or informant. That is section 50 of the federal statute, RICO statute. Right there. Right there. Okay. Right, that one there. Right, that's the one. That's the one you need to remember. These here. There you go. Section 914-22 and 914-23. Okay. That there. That's the one you need to remember. All right. So just going anywhere near anyone involved in these court cases by anybody of their ecosystem, that includes Lynette or John Cook, is classified under section 914-22 and 914-23 as tampering with or harassing a witness, victim or informant of the court case. And they seem to forget that because that rule is in both local, state, and federal. Just saying. Just pointing it out. Just saying. And here's the thing. At first, like I said from the get-go, I know that, Jeremy's he's a human being. He's a guy, right? Everyone's human, right? People make mistakes. But I don't see him, okay? I don't see him, right, knocking on their new brand spanking new fence going, "Oi, dickhead." No, I don't see that. What they're trying to say is that every time he drives that, he has an entrance, two entrances, I believe, to his property on that side. He's got another one. All right, he has every right to drive up and down that road as much. Do you know what? He can drive up there in walking speed. He could have someone drive his vehicle, and he could stand behind that vehicle, open up a comic or a Bible or a book or anything else on the back on his bed. Right, put down a tail hook and then read a book and walk at that speed up and down that road all day. All day. There are so many people who live on that street. Why is it that they're the only ones complaining, whining? Why? All the people who live on that street, and they're the only ones whinging and whining about it. The reason being is because they're trying to make themselves look like victims. But I find it quite strange that they don't do it to anyone else except him or her, to George and to him. But here's one thing. What about if Diana drives up there? What about if Travis is there? What about other people who drive up there who know Jeremy and George and who associate themselves with them? Why aren't they calling the Levy County Police Department or Levy County Sheriff's Department every time Travis is Travis is there, or Deanna is there, or Teresa, or Brett, or anyone else? Why? Why aren't they calling the Levy County? Why? And if they start doing it now, then you know why they're doing it, because they heard it here. Because this question has never been asked before. Why are they only calling? Why are they only calling when Jeremy drives past? Think about it. Again, step out of the box, look at the picture, look at the bigger picture, think about it. If I was a police officer and I was sitting in the canteen having my meal, I was having a mealing, right? And next thing the radio went saying, "Oh yeah, again, Northport, whatever, North Road, North Otter Creek, whatever the road's called, can you go down there?" I'll go, "No." And they go, "Why?" I said, "Because I can tell you exactly. Actually, I'll tell you what that person said on the phone before I even say it. What? Da 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 da. Yeah, how did you know? Because it's the same thing every time. It's the same thing every time. Every freaking time. And if you look at the pattern from the time that Jamie was on there with that RV, and then that they removed that RV, yeah, the same behavior, the same lies, everything. And then when it came to Lloyd, the same thing, everything. Every time anyone who's not part of that little circle has been on that property, right, the same thing happens. And then when they're all gone and there's no one there to pick on, like Landon, right? Landon, for example, on his 80th birthday, received a conviction for, I don't know what he did, but but that's beside the point. The fact of the matter is, if Landon and his two friends wanted to get the hell out of there, what does that tell you? Now, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't hate Lynette and I don't hate John. I just think they are despicable human beings who are liars and fraudsters. And here's the big issue. I do believe that they need professional help. The fact that John went into prison looking like the aftercome from Wurzel Gummidge, right, and then came out healthier than he did when he went in. Because if you look at him now than he was before he went in, he looked like an absolute wreck before he went in. And now he's come out, he's actually looking better. But that's now disappearing because he's probably back on the old drink. Who knows? Speculation. Allegedly. Who knows? Let me check my crystal ball. Crystal ball. Oh, yeah. Okay, I won't touch that one again. So there you go. I mean, I hope everyone's enjoying their coffee time. It's been 2 hours. So before we call it a day, I hope that everyone's enjoyed yourselves, and obviously you've been very quiet today. I know it's early hours in the morning, so I appreciate that. I understand that. And so what do you think? What's your opinion? Let's hear it from the floor. I would like to hear it from the floor. Jeremy resembles my youngest son. Good on you, Mary. Welcome back, Sienna. Mary Watson, see you. Dr. Pepper for you. Oh, right, okay. It's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting when Verica, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, my dear. If it helps you, if you feel comfortable and happy, then yes, you're welcome. Oh, I'm not done yet. I'm asking you guys. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you think. Sitting here and listening to me all the time. Hey, what do you think? What's your insight? Come on. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're liking the stream. I really do. And I do apologize. I am trying to cut down on the swear. And please don't forget to check out Eric's link. We're going to hit it, share it around. 36 people, $5 each. That would sort this thing, get this done and over with. Oh, hi, Lisa. Sneaky. Well, hey, was it cold last night where you were? Freaking freezing up here. It's your tail, you stupid cat. Stop chasing. Hey, it's your tail, you absolute psychopath. You're trying to clean yourself, but your tail moves and you think that's... Wait, come here. What's the matter with you? What's the matter? You all right? Hey? You okay? Come on, go and clean yourself. Go on. Go and clean yourself. You're all right, sweetheart. Go on. Yeah, I'm acting a bit weird. I think all the Jeremy haters need to fly to England. No. We've got enough idiots here as it is. So you just send them back to Oregon. Send them back to Idiotsville, where they belong. I wasn't happy with the federal judge not giving Albion a sanction. Yeah, Mary, that can still happen. That can still happen. That may still happen. There's a lot. There's a lot in the air right now, especially with all the motions that Deuce Boy has put in. Things are still, Zone Trooper. Eric, are you drunk? I'm always happy to have you here. So, you are good. You bring the facts to. Oh, I try to. I mean, not all the time, but I try to bring the facts and the truth to the table with evidence if I can. And if I can't, then it's my own personal insight and opinion. So, 5 degrees in Texas, Iowa. Awful. That cold. The stove was working full bore. Yeah. Same here. You're further down south, aren't you? Where you near Cardiff, aren't you, Lisa? You live down in South Wales where they're wannabe Welsh. Oh, I'm in trouble now. So no one's got anything to say about this whole case then? You just want to listen? No, okay. Well, Vicky, yeah, Seagull, I don't think he will be happy about saying Jeremy lied to get into Fed court, has so much proof of defamation and loss of income. The fact that, at no time did Jeremy say anything dishonest about anything about the federal court. In fact, right, for someone to turn around and say, I want a case with jury, yeah, again, that when you got people twisting words and stuff like that, and this is one of the issues, because there's been so much twisted and fabricated, right? It's very hard to distinguish between the truth, the lies, and facts. And that's why I am not paying that much attention to what these idiots are saying, because I like to keep myself unbiased. So when I do go and look in and listen to what's happened, I can go, hi, Freckled. I can go, yeah, that's BS. And so far, it's not looking good for Deuce Boy and Lynette. That's for sure. And the amount of evidence that's stacked up against them. This is why they're doing what they're doing. They're trying to put up barriers, as many barriers as they can, to stop Jeremy and his legal team from bringing the truth to the surface. But they're failing on every aspect of it, every single aspect. And it's a shame. It's a shame. If they'd have listened from the get-go, all this would have never happened. We would have never met the amount of clowns that we have met. At least we're getting a free circus show. That's for sure. Yeah. We're not going. No, we don't want to do anything ill will towards anyone, SMN. Let's not have that type of talk. Yeah, it's not very. Yeah, let's not speak like that. I understand what you're saying, but no. Okay, so let's try to keep it friendly. Try to keep it PG. Yeah, I appreciate that everyone has an opinion, but I'm just saying, let's keep it nice. Right? I don't want anyone to harm themselves or be harmed or anything. All right. Except Deuce Boy, because he harms himself because he keeps on walking into the door frames. Because every time he needs to move the balls away from his eyes so he can actually see where he's going. You dickhead. Yeah. For you, I know you are. I know you are, man. I know you are, mate. I know you. You're very friendly. I know you. I know you only mean it in jest. But guys, spread the word. I am going to call it a day. I have had a fantastic time, and I think I'm going to do this more often, where we're just going to talk. We're just going to general chit chat, general chat, And oh, wait a minute, it's me. Majority of people he blocked mentioned his liner in comments, and he was on judge grudge order to not mention them. They hold grudges for that. Yeah, it's narcissists. That's what they are. That's what she is. She is the perfect example of narcissist, and she's got friends as well. So do I, Mary, but I doubt very much that would ever happen. I doubt very much they would ever see the inside of a cell. I mean, John has. He can sort of, if they do go to jail, they can. Hi, Joe. The important thing is that people need to stay unbiased. They need to look at both sides and they need to seek the truth. But unfortunately, you can't with one side because all you're hearing is that's what you hear. Every time I hear them lot, that's what I hear. It's like a mumble. It's like I'm listening through a wall. Well, that's what I've tried to anyway. But like I said, my future predictions for me is that I'm gonna aim to I've got a goal, and I'm gonna tell you guys today. My goal is to get to 700, or if I can get to 8. Right, I got either 700 or 800. 700. Okay, it's fairly close, but that's only 48 away, or 47 away. But if I get to 800, I am gonna monetize. So basically, any monetary gain I make is going to go directly out. I'm going to I'm going to upgrade Restream, and I am going to then my first one. Like I said, I promised. I did plan. I did give it away the other day. That what my goal was when I got to 700, I was going to monetize, and anything I made in the first month, and because you're a month behind, so anything I was going to make in the first month and the second month, I was just going to donate it to Eric. I was going to surprise him and just give it all to Eric, but obviously Snowflower beat me to it. So my goal is to naturally progress. And as you've seen, I am naturally progressing. Send you a coffee. What do I look like? A waiter? Do I look like a waiter to you? Oh, yes, Joe. Yeah, that's fact. I mean, that is fact. I mean, so far, looking at the motions, I mean, I had to look at the motions early this morning. I looked at some of them. And the one thing that caught me, and it was circled, someone actually put it up as a screenshot. There's someone on that Facebook, and they circled this one comment. It is so ordered. Since when do you tell the judge what the judge's job is? I really like to be a fly on that wall in them chambers when he goes in and he starts reading through all this and he sees that. He's either gonna sanction Deuce Boy, or he's gonna hold him in contempt. Because the fact that, and the footnail, the thing is, I always thought the footnails were just explanations of the abbreviations, the court cases that they use as examples. And I never thought of actually reading the footnotes properly until recently. Someone said, do you ever read the footnotes? And I go, no. Well, you should. Oh, all right then. And so I did. And oh my, yeah. I think I mean, for a lawyer to do that, yeah. Good luck, sunshine. Good luck, sunshine. Because I tell you one thing, that judge wakes up and sees all this. I mean, it's Wednesday today. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's Thursday. So obviously the judge has got other cases to deal with, other jobs to do. So yours is not the only one. But I tell you one thing, I so want to be a fly on that freaking wall in them chambers. Oh, God. The fact that that judge sat in front of in front of Randy and Jeremy and Deuce Boy and told all of them the same rule, the same thing. And Jeremy and Randy are happy to follow all the instructions given. They didn't argue. They didn't say anything. They're happy to follow the instructions because they're following the law. They're doing it the right way. And Deuce Boy opens his freaking mouth and starts arguing with and then he does this. Yeah, good luck. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know much about American law, but one thing I do know, you don't piss a judge off. You don't walk up to a judge and start poking him with that shit stick and thinking that he's not going to react. Right? Because that judge needs to react unbiased. He has to look at the law, and he has to use the law and everything that both sides have put in, and he will decide. But on this occasion, I don't think Deuce is going to like the response. He does. I mean, you could tell it was cut and pasted. You can tell it was cut and pasted. And I mean, I think we should call Deuce Boy the cut and paste buffoon of 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 2025 for cut and paste is Deuce Foreskin Buffoon, cut and paste buffoon. Yeah. Boo! 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 Yeah, so, yeah, absolute fucking clown. Unfrickin' believable. Unfrickin' believable. I mean, anyone who lives in Florida, here's a little bit of advice. Run. Move out of Florida. Go to Idaho or Ohio or go somewhere away from Florida. Because when it comes to court cases or anything else, you'll get the right treatment. If you're in Florida, nah. And somewhat, actual fact, I'm going to say this. I know I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Last night, early hours this morning, I had a conversation with a former veteran. Yeah, he served in the U.S. Army Air Corps or Army Air Force or whatever. He went through the training and became a pilot or co-pilot or whatever they call them. And we were sitting last night chatting away. And he said to me, he said, you know what? He said, and I can see where he's coming from about this. He said, you know what? He said, in the civil wars in the 18th century, so many people on both sides lost their life for what they believed in. And then in the First World War, so many American troops lost their life for what not just America or Canada or the Great Britain believed in, is democracy and freedom. And then in the Second World War, the whole world fought two enemies, the Germans and the Japanese, for freedom and democracy. All right. Then you've got the Vietnam War, then you've got the Korean War, then you've got and by the way, the Korean War is still ongoing. It's just a stalemate at the moment. But and then you got Gulf 1 and 2. And here's the thing: all those lives that were given, all the ultimate sacrifices that were given for these absolute clowns of human beings, these absolute ridiculous species of human beings to do what they can do, and even the law and the rules are somewhat on some parts in their favor. It's like you can be as stupid as a 2-foot plank, okay, and you will still get treated like royalty. And everything I've come to the realization about the law in Florida and the policing, the legal system, and everything else. I am glad that there are lawyers like Randy Sockett, lawyers like DOI guy, MG Law, may his soul rest in peace, Vices, Legal Vices, all these people who actually represent the professional, the honorable type of men they are. It just shows you that these people have integrity, and that's the only thing that's saving my attitude from being, fuck Florida. It's a shame, really. I mean, this basically everything you're seeing here, really, actual fact, is demonstrating what it's like in Florida. But here's the problem: you got Tampa, which is a beautiful town in Florida. You've got Miami, which is a beautiful town in Florida. You've got the Keys, which are part of, one of the most beautiful spots in America, are the Keys. Actual fact, the films were filmed there. Pepignon was filmed down there. True Lies was filmed down there. I mean, the Keys are one of the most beautiful spots in the United States, and it's all going to crap because of the legal system, because of the policing, because of the lack of integrity, the lack of common sense, the lack of willingness to do their job. It's all right, dude. It's all right, Mitch. Don't worry about it. So there you go. But on that note, yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, for popping in. Don't forget, remember, subscribe, like, all right, and share the link. Share Eric's link, all right? And remember, a smile a day keeps the weird people away, all right? And remember, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. And it takes a lot of energy to hate. And it only takes a little bit of energy to just ignore. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks and Wookiees, members of the jury, Your Honor, Your Majesty, I bid you adieu. I hope you all have a fantastic morning or a fantastic evening or a fantastic night, depending where you are. And just remember, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself out over something that people don't give a shit about anyway. Right? People seem to forget about the 5-year-old little girl who's right at the piggy in the middle of this. Let's think about positive stuff. Let's try to do something positive. Right? Spread the word. Let's help Eric get this all sorted. Let's help him get his scooter. All right. Everything else after that, right, it doesn't matter. It can take a while. If people got like generator a 15, like any type of generator they don't want, let him know, let Eric know. If anyone's got like just let him know if you want to help him. Okay. But do me one favor, just, right. There's enough idiots out there. Don't waste your energy on stuff like that. Right? I'd rather you go and spend the time with loved ones, or take the dog for a walk, or like Lisa, go and see the septic tank's not blocked, and stuff like that. Okay, or drive down into the next town. Like for Lisa, it'll be Cardiff, and just stand there and stare at people. It'll be okay. No one cares in Wales. We all love each other. We talk to anybody, even the weird ones. Right? But remember, a smile a day keeps the weird people away. And God bless all of you. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you very much for listening, really. And thanks very much for being you. And don't change anything. And Joe, welcome. Yeah, welcome to the community. Welcome to the Wolf's Den. Yeah, so there you go. And just remember, it does take more. Freckled, it is so good to see. Every time I see your name, I smile. I really there's a big smile on my face right now because I can tell you right now, every time I see that freckled ginger, I'm like, freckled ginger. Sorry. Anyway, so I am going to shoot off because I'm going to go and spend some time with the cat because obviously, sometimes she can, but lots of love, guys. And there's one thing I do want you to do. I want you to go on my community page, look at the suggestions and ideas for games and films, and I want you to give me ideas of topics you want to discuss. Like science or biology or history or stuff like that. So we can have like good streams, like conversational streams where you guys are discussing and I'm asking the questions. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's have a little bit more fun. So the next stream we'll do, let's think about the change of the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, because like it's quite strange because like on Google, if you go to the US, it's Gulf America. If you go to the to UK, it says the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf, of America, and that. So it's quite funny actually. So, but anyway, guys, so please do me a favor. Everyone, start getting your belongings. Please make sure you clean your area up, and the bins are obviously on the exits. So please make sure that you put your rubbish in the bins. And I would like to thank you for flying with Spawn Air, and please fly again soon. And so start making your way to the exits. You have now 2 minutes to vacate the aircraft. Lots of love, hugs, and I'll see you and talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, one more thing. Keep an eye out. I'll be putting some bids up in the next couple of days. Bye-bye now.